She died on a Thursday. Not dramatically, not the way it happens in films where there's time to say the things you meant to say. She was just there, and then she wasn't. And I drove to the hospital, and I sat in a chair that was slightly too small, and I held her hand, and I waited. And even then, even in that room with the machines and the quiet, part of me was still waiting for something else. I'm 34 years old. My mother has been dead for 2 years, and I am still, in some part of myself I cannot reach, waiting for her to tell me she was proud of me. She never did. Not once. Not in 34 years. I need you to understand something before I go any further. My mother was not a cruel woman. She was not cold. She cooked, she showed up, she drove me to every rehearsal, every exam, and every appointment without once complaining about the time. She loved me. I know she loved me. But love, I've learned, can exist completely and entirely alongside the absence of something you needed. And what I needed, what I spent my entire childhood assembling evidence for and then dismantling when the evidence didn't hold, was 3 words: I am proud. She said other things. She said, be careful. She said, make sure. She said, don't forget, and have you thought about, and I just worry. She was fluent in the language of concern, but pride, that specific, particular thing, I never heard it from her mouth directed at me. Not when I got the grades, not when I got the job, not when I stood up in front of 300 people and gave a speech that made half of them cry. After that speech, she said, "You spoke too fast in the middle section." I drove home and I sat in my car in the dark for 40 minutes. The thing nobody tells you about growing up without that particular word is what it builds inside you. It builds a counter. I don't mean that metaphorically. I mean I developed, without ever deciding to, without ever being aware it was happening, an actual internal accounting system for achievement. Every good thing I did went into a column, and in the other column, always, still not enough. I got promoted, counter noted it, still not enough. I ran a half marathon, counter noted it, still not enough. I got married, genuinely, happily married, and on my wedding day, walking towards someone who looked at me like I was the only person in the room, the counter ran. My mother was in the front row in a blue dress. She was crying. I saw her crying. And for one moment, one single embarrassing adult moment, I thought, this is it. This is the one. After the ceremony, she hugged me and she said, "The flowers were a bit much, don't you think?" The counter kept running. She got sick 14 months before she died, not suddenly, slowly, in the way that gives you time to prepare and somehow also no time at all. I moved back. I cooked. I drove her to appointments. I sat in waiting rooms reading the same 3 pages of the same magazine without absorbing a word. I did it all, willingly, without resentment. And somewhere underneath all of it, underneath the caring and the scheduling and the trying, the counter was still running. I'm not proud of that. I want to be honest about it. There was a part of me that thought, now, surely now, when the time is running out and the things unsaid are becoming unfixable, surely now she'll say it. She didn't. We had 14 months. We talked about her medication. We talked about the garden. We talked about my brother's new flat and whether the neighborhood was safe. We watched television together in the evenings, and sometimes she'd reach over and pat my hand without saying anything, and I would think, is that it? Is that what it was, all along, in a different language I didn't speak? Maybe. I'll never know now. She died on a Thursday. I held her hand, and the last thing I said to her, because I had decided, somewhere in the 14 months, that I would be the one to say it even if she couldn't, was, "I'm so proud of you, Mum, for all of it." She didn't respond. She was past responding, but I needed to say it, because I understood by then what it costs to carry a thing unsaid. I didn't want her to carry it too. Here is what I didn't expect about grief. I expected to miss her. I expected the first Christmas, the empty chair, the reaching for the phone to tell her something and remembering. I was prepared for all of that. What I was not prepared for was grieving something that never existed. Because that's what this is. Underneath the ordinary grief of losing a mother, I am grieving a conversation we never had, a version of her that said the thing, a version of me that got to hear it and put the counter down. That grief has no coffin, there's no ceremony for it. Nobody brings flowers for the thing that was never said. Nobody asks how you're healing from an absence that predates the death by 30 years. My therapist calls it an ambiguous loss, a loss without a body, without a clear event, without a before and after. I call it being 34 and still waiting for someone who is no longer here to give you something she may never have known you needed.